Very respectfully, I bow to all viewers, all my brothers and sisters of this virtual world, all netizens, and wish you all Sat Sri Akal, remembering the founder of Sikh faith, Guru Nanak. It was he who travelled across the world on foot with two companions, one Hindu and the other Musalman. One was Bala, other was Mardana, signifying that mankind is one. There is no other prophet in the world who bothered to physically verify himself how people in other than his native land in other countries are practicing their faith. To Guru Nanak, all scriptures were sacred, all prophets respectful, all faiths pious, because everyone declared God is one, so mankind is one. Then why should white hate black? Why should one community kill the other? Why should one caste proclaim superior to others? Why should one religion feel virtuous by killing others? Why should any ruler impose sanctions against a particular way of worship? Why should one religion convert others into the same? These are the questions which came to Nanak's mind. He stressed, be true to your worship, be true to your devotion. These questions are natural to a sensitive mind even today. Guru Nanak was born in 1469 in a period when India, then called Hindustan, was in utter turmoil because of the foreign invaders and tyranny of the Afghan rulers. This year in 2020, on 30th November, that is the night of Kartik Purnima, the full moon as per Hindu calendar, Kartik Purnima, the world over, all his disciples, Sikhs, celebrated his 551st birthday. I would love to take this opportunity given by our Indian Embassy in Bogota for greeting the mankind at large and wish Sarbat da Bhala, means wellness for all, because this is the core, the gist of Guru Nanak's preachings, which the today's world needs most in this pandemic. The Corona 19, COVID 19, the world witnessed the wrath of a virus and realized what Nanak recited in his poetry. I quote, O Lord, all my sustenance is from thee. There is no other door for me to knock. My life and body is all thine. Thou art near and far and all around. Nanak further recites, violence, attachment, avarice, and wrath. These are the four rivers of fire. Whoever falls into these is consumed. Only such as have God's grace swim across. The great poet and philosopher Nanak was born in Talwandi, which is nowadays named after him, Nankana Sahib.
नहीं मैं लाइव का फोन लगाऊं लाइव हो गया
हाँ लाइव हो गया लाइव चल रहा है
हाँ लाइव चल रहा है सर हाँ। अंदर सारा दर्शन करो ना
हाँ
इंडिया हाँ
ठीक है
हाँ गुरु प्यारी साध संगत जी एक सिद्धि वीर ने आ मैं ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਫੋਟੋ ਵਿਖਾਉਣਾ ਆਓ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਮੈਂ ਹੁਣ ਅੰਦਰ ਆ ਕੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਨੈਟ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਅੰਦਰੋਂ ਨਨਕਾਣਾ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦੇ ਦਰਸ਼ਨ ਕਰਾਉਣਾ ਆ ਦੇਖੋ ਜੀ ਇਹ ਨਨਕਾਣਾ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦਾ ਮੇਨ ਗੇਟ ਹੈ ਇਹ ਨਨਕਾਣਾ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦਾ ਮੇਨ ਗੇਟ ਹੈ ਜੀ। ਆ ਫਤਿਹ ਜੀ, ਆ ਦੇਖੋ ਜੀ, ਅਸੀਂ ਹੁਣ ਦਰਸ਼ਨੀ ਡਿਓੜੀ ਨਨਕਾਣਾ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦੇ ਅੰਦਰ ਐਂਟਰ ਕਰ ਗਏ ਜੀ। ਆ ਵੀਰ ਨੇ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਕੀਤੀ ਮੇਰੇ ਤੇ, ਗੁਰੂ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਨੇ ਬਖਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਕੀਤੀ, ਇਹਦੇ ਨੈੱਟ ਨਾਲ ਮੈਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਦਰਸ਼ਨ ਕਰਵਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਸ਼ਹਿਨਸ਼ਾਹ ਦੇ ਜੀ। ਆ ਦੇਖੋ ਜੀ, ਗੁਰੂ ਪਿਆਰੀ ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀਓ, ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਸੰਗਤਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਖੁੱਲੇ ਦਰਸ਼ਨ ਕਰਨ ਦਾ ਸੁਭਾਗਾ ਮੌਕਾ ਮਿਲਿਆ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਦੇਖੋ, ਅਸੀਂ ਸ਼ੇਅਰ ਕਰ ਲਓ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ, ਭਾਈ ਜਿੰਨੇ ਵੀ ਮਰਿੰਡੇ ਵਾਲੇ, ਫਤਿਹਗੜ੍ਹ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਵਾਲੇ ਹੋ, ਪਟਿਆਲੇ ਵਾਲੇ, ਜਿੱਥੇ ਇੰਗਲੈਂਡ ਵਾਲੇ ਹੋ, ਸਾਰੇ ਸ਼ੇਅਰ ਵੱਧ ਤੋਂ ਵੱਧ ਕਰ ਦਿਓ ਤਾਂ ਕਿ ਕੋਈ ਬੰਦਾ ਵਾਂਝਾ ਨਾ ਰਹਿ ਜੇ, ਕੋਈ ਬੰਦਾ ਵਾਂਝਾ ਨਾ ਰਹਿ ਜੇ ਕਿ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਗੁਰੂ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਦਰਸ਼ਨ ਨਾ ਕਰ ਸਕੇ। ਆ ਦੇਖੋ ਗੁਰੂ ਪਿਆਰੀ ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ, ਦਰਸ਼ਨ ਕਰੋ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਜੀ। ਇਹ ਹੈ ਜੀ ਜਨਮ ਸਥਾਨ ਬਾਬਾ ਨਾਨਕ ਦੇਵ ਜੀ ਦਾ, ਸੱਚਖੰਡ ਤਖਤ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਜਨਮ ਸਥਾਨ ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਜੀ ਦਾ ਜੀ। ਆ ਦੇਖੋ, ਆ ਦੇਖੋ ਜੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਪਿਆਰੀ ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ, ਸਾਰੇ ਦਰਸ਼ਨ ਕਰੋ ਜੀ, ਖੁੱਲੇ ਦਰਸ਼ਨਾਂ ਸੁਭਾਗਾ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਨੇ ਬਖਸ਼ਿਆ ਜੀ। ਹਾਂਜੀ, ਆ ਦੇਖੋ ਜੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਨੇ
भरूं आप
हम्म?
मैं भर रहा हूँ आप क्या घूमो।
ਗੁਰੂ ਪਿਆਰੀ ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਅੱਗੇ ਗਿਆ ਜੀ। ਗੁਰੂ ਪਿਆਰੀ ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ, ਕਿਰਪਾ ਕੀਤੀ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਨੇ, ਸੁਭਾਗਾ ਸਮਾਂ ਮਹਿਸੂਸ ਹੋਇਆ, ਇੱਡਾ ਸੁਭਾਗਾ ਸਮਾਂ ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਬਖਸ਼ਿਆ। ਸੱਚਖੰਡ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰਾ ਜਨਮ ਸਥਾਨ ਵਿਖੇ ਸਰਬੱਤ ਸੰਗਤਾਂ ਖੁੱਲੇ ਦਰਸ਼ਨ ਕਰੋ ਜੀ, ਸਾਰੇ ਨੂੰ ਅੰਦਰ ਦਰਸ਼ਨ ਕਰੋ ਆਪਣੇ ਢੰਗ ਨਾਲ।
बोलो जी।
हाँ जी, गुरु प्यारी साध संगत जी, ये पवित्र स्थान वो है, बाबा जी बैठे आ जिथे कि साहब श्री गुरु नानक देव पातशाह जी ने अवतार धारिया, ते पुरातन ही स्थान है जी। उस तरह ही सारा कुछ बिल्कुल बिल्कुल पुरातन स्थान है जी, किसी भी तरह की कोई घाट वाध नहीं की गई। देखो जी गुरु प्यारियां संगतां नकमस्तक हो रही हैं। आओ जी आप बिल्कुल आप जन्म स्थान के अंदर खलोते हैं जी। सतगुरु जी चरण कमलों च बेनती है कि वध तो वध ताकि किसी तरह की कोई संगत ना रह जाए। सो गुरु प्यारी साध संगत जी,
This place belongs to Pakistan after the partition of India in 1947. His father Kalyan Das Mehta and mother Tripta were Hindu Khatris of Bedi clan who believed in Sanatan Dharma. Nanak's father was a Patwari who took care of the work related to cultivable lands and registrations of a village Talwandi. Now Nanak had a 5-year elder sister also named Nanaki. The family was not very affluent but a well-to-do family, and the child Nanak was of highly spiritual orientation and spent most of his time in meditation, unlike other children. He was sent for learning Sanskrit, Persian and Arabic, but was not inclined, and both Pandit, Brahmin and Maulvi teachers, they were taken aback when child Nanak uttered verses in their languages full of spiritual wisdom. He was extraordinary child because unlike other children, he kept no interest in worldly affairs. When his father gave him money for starting some business, a small groceteria to begin with, he spent it for feeding the hungry fakirs and saints. He proved a failure in farming too. Disgusted, his father sent him to Sultanpur Lodhi, a village in Punjab, where his brother-in-law Jairam arranged a job for him in Daulat Khan's ration shop. Nanak always kept remembering God, even while performing his duties of weighing grains. It was reported to the higher-ups that Nanak is unmindful and distributes more than allowed to the poor. Although on checking the store they were proved wrong, but Nanak's heart was always absorbed in the praise of God. He got married in 1487 to Sulakhni with the hope that it will reduce his detachment, but did not so happen. His meditative attitude grew further. He made two friends in whose company he used to chant the praise of Almighty. He was so much engrossed in devotion that once when he went to the nearby Veni River for bath, he went into trance and did not return home. People believed that he is drowned into the river. But after 3 days, when he appeared back, he proclaimed his prophethood. In 1497, the first declaration he made was, "There is no Hindu, no Mussulman. God adjudges man according to his deeds, not by the coat he wears. Mankind is one, God is one." And this was a turning point of his life. He set out with both of his friends in one direction for preaching the message far and wide. He took 4 such long travel adventures and went on foot to almost every Hindu pilgrimage site in India with his two companions. He traveled even to places far off like Baghdad, Mecca, Medina, Burma, China, Tibet, Bhutan, and Sri Lanka. For nearly 22 years, he kept on spreading his message of universal religion and everywhere made Sangat, that is, congregation of his followers. Everywhere he discussed with learned people, saints, yogis, and spiritual persons and emphasized upon the truthful living and fraternity without discrimination of caste, color, creed, nationality, language, and gender. When we look into the records of his 4 udasis or long journeys with intermittent gaps which were recorded by his companion Bala, we find it is a journey of 25,000 miles. In 1522, after these udasis, he decided finally to settle in Kartarpur near the bank of river Ravi and started farming and preaching the Gurmat